Yeah, so I heard Queen Elizabeth II passed on recently.
It's the Queen of England.
Yeah. Like a lot of people, kind of took a lot of people by surprise or something, or...
Those memes weren't stupid at all. I believed in that crap.
Yeah.
And it's being
so
beat into the ground.
Yeah. That joke lasted probably about as long as
yeah, it wasn't lame.
Rain. So
it wasn't lame.
But
I definitely want to support the kind of stuff they do.
So yeah, King. Yeah. So they reined in King Charles already. They made quick work of that.
Who are we gonna send in? It's kind of historical.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be weird to not call him Prince Charles.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll take some getting used to. So, but yeah.
I was gonna say that's the extent of the importance of that.
Cop Rock
won't even be a prince.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, we decided to follow up on the first episode of Cop Rock Summaries, which you can watch right there. Have a link in the description or whatnot. But for those that didn't or don't want to go through it, the magic, the allure of Cop Rock is it's a cop drama that involves musicals.
Well, don't let us. Yeah.
So, but
watch the show too.
Yeah, but yeah, you should definitely watch the show. Details of the
There were only 11 episodes, so this is, of course, the second installment of episodes.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going from episodes 7 through 11 on this video, so we can just jump right into those. With, let's see, episode 7 being named Copophiliac. We, of course, have to continue on the,
oh, you do want to mention them?
Naming convention.
Yeah, feel free to not point those names out. It had left off with whatever that previous episode was, of course.
Yeah. And,
you have your different plot threads.
Yeah, continuing plot threads between the episodes.
Mr. Jealous Husband Man, the mayor.
Yeah.
What's their names? The guy that's on trial.
Yep. LaRusso.
Him and that lawyer lady.
Yeah. And,
the guy that doesn't want to testify.
The guy, and, yeah, Officer Potts not wanting to testify, and, yeah, we're just...
What's his name, man?
Continuing on those plot threads. Detective Ruskin looking at a further sting operation in between Gates and his wife. Him misinterpreting, Ruskin misinterpreting the hotel operation as a legitimate...
Oh, Compo?
Cheating, yeah.
In a red vizier.
To shoot us!
Stop it, will you?
Which one?
What do you want me to say? I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. What are you...
As a legitimate cheating operation, like a legitimate, affair. But it was part of a sting operation.
He sees them driving along, and they go to a hotel. So he, of course, suspects the worst.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because he busts in on them.
Yeah.
Doing an actual police job with a... some kind of elderly drag queen man in some lingerie who, overdosed on...
Yeah. It was a sting job for somebody in drag.
They're calling this in. Caucasian male wearing red lingerie. And he flies in with his freaking firearm.
It makes you wonder if Detective LaRusso has a radio in his car. I don't think I've ever...
LaRusso is the guy that's...
Or not LaRusso. Detective...
husband.
Yeah. Ruskin. If he has a radio in his car. So, Yeah, I never seen one, but yeah, this also features Officer Potts' racial tension increasing. They're like we said in the last episode, they're not afraid to hit the hot button issues, and there's a scene in here whenever a cross is put out on his
Oh, is that
lawn.
what episode this is? Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, they're doing the thing where no matter whether he chooses to testify against LaRusso or not, he'll be considered a pariah by the police.
yeah. There's a
And then from that, you get your most extreme racist guys who come along. And sure enough, yeah, put a literal burning cross right in his yard.
yeah. It's the loaded gun, both ways situation, and
So he gets harassment.
yeah, he.
And we get a song
Oh yes.
that is not the easiest song to go through.
100 years ago, they fought a war to set us free.
Makes you wonder about the
Oh, you can tell they were intentionally trying to push the envelope.
state of live television back in the day.
They put everything in this show.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And we also get to see Officer LaRusso get to make the initial speech for his case on this one.
Does the trial start?
Yeah, this is when the trial starts, so. And dealing with the repercussions of said statement.
In his many different times of just presenting his argument.
Yeah.
I'm just a cop.
All he wants to do is get back on the streets.
Things happen.
Yeah.
I'm a cop.
Yeah, and
As you move along in your plot threads.
this is also the fourth or fifth plot thread of this episode being like the public affairs officer for the mayor worried about a piece of journalism.
Oh, his journal, his fear of,
about
yeah, he didn't want to be exposed as gay.
yeah, in the government and whether that affects government work or not type
That a
thing.
guy is doing a magazine article.
Yeah, there's a
Where he
journalist.
thinks he's being all progressive and promoting the good of whatever.
Yeah.
But this guy still wants to be,
Uh
what's it called? Closeted or whatever.
yeah. So doesn't want it quite all out there and that type of thing. So yeah, luckily the mayor lady makes quick work of that.
Hey, at least if when you work for a mayor, yeah.
8 years. That's wonderful. He came here from Chile 9 years ago on a student visa. Just never left. He's worked the past 6 years as a designer and builder of fine furniture. Never filed a state or federal tax return. Never got a green card.
With some great blackmailing on the journalist part. But yeah, the other few notable scenes in here, the "Let's Be Careful Out There" song.
Yes, this is where you get that one.
Yeah.
One of the first ones I even saw.
Crime never sleeps, so stay awake. Let's be careful out there.
When I was trying to look back for this on YouTube,
Yeah.
and that's one of the few that they let you watch on YouTube.
Yeah. Where it's
Let's be careful out there.
yeah.
Let's be careful out there.
It's a pretty grandiose production and all
A
of that.
crowded area, a lot of people going.
There's a lot of kineticism, yeah, and nice. You get for the refrain, you get a nice belting of "Let's be careful out there." Yeah, it's one of the more spirited songs of the show. It's insane.
They're in the little meeting briefing rooms
Yeah,
that cops use. It looks like a classroom, and then the guy says, "All right, Scampanelli, you're on."
yeah,
The sergeant man.
and you don't
Only
have,
he gets up there. Let's be careful out there.
you don't even have to yell in those rooms, but they do.
Oh, your acoustics?
Yeah, and
Yeah, you may as well put an entire
they
song number playing.
great podium work too in that on that scene because they somehow managed to turn the podium into a piano.
Yeah, again, something turns into a keyboard. Yeah, it was one of the quintessential cop rock songs.
But yeah, this is also the one that features what kind of world are we living in? That's the hard-hitting song. And
Oh, where they won't support him?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the song about Gaines losing his car and keys in the
Oh,
parking
yeah, this
garage.
episode has a lot of songs.
Maybe
Yep,
I'm
there's a whole entire number
yeah.
where he's saying, maybe I am kind of slow upstairs.
He's browbeating the fact but that he's working on it type thing.
I'm botching jobs and now I can't even find my car in a parking garage.
But yeah, he
And I keep getting better and better every step of the way. Yeah, I'm okay. Sure enough, I'm okay.
and the bail bondsman's ball with the
How
female
many songs are in this?
Yeah, there's
It's like
like
6 songs in here.
It's like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
They really
you get
started
that
cranking them out.
super girl group that one of them holds a keytar the whole time.
Read me my rights. Give me a car that doesn't shoot right.
You
Talking
can't
about don't give me no
lawyer.
pilot, don't give me no manager,
Yeah,
don't give me no busboy. I want a cop.
that's all she wants. Cop. That's it. So
In the heat of the moment,
yeah,
the man that stands tall,
he can.
blah blah, heart of gold. Yeah,
He can take authority and act
he'll fight for
very much like LaRusso himself, who he was cordially.
It's a song about
It's about him.
female preferring the lady wanting to date a cop.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a lot in that episode. There was a lot. Yeah. So continuing on to the next episode. This is the one where Potts refuses to testify against LaRusso, I think.
He's changing his mind. He wants to.
Yeah.
He gets the pressure to do it.
It's one of these
and then
things.
he doesn't want to testify.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of because he
The internal.
has to pick which one is the actual right thing of the situation.
Yeah, the loaded gun being both
In your tough choices.
in your facing from both directions. Yeah. And again, we continue on the plot thread about Detective Ruskin expressing more jealousy when
The husband.
Officer, the wife lady is paired up with another younger.
Was that what this was?
Male
or the
cop.
next one?
I think that was this
She
one.
gets her new partner.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if we're gonna be riding together.
We're gonna be riding together. We ought to go.
Because remember, that was a deal. She pleaded with him to go to marriage counseling,
Yeah, and the last.
and that was a bargain. He said,
Yeah.
"Would you switch partners if I agree to go to marriage counseling?" And she
Yeah.
goes, "All right."
Yeah. And to address both the jealousy and the paranoia. So.
So he'll. Yeah, there's lots of new partner getting,
He'll go. Yeah.
and the guy doesn't like her.
Nope.
It's your
Kinda-
chauvinism.
Yeah.
He's a straight up male sexist.
Yeah. He insists on doing everything for her, even
Talking
though
about
it's
this and
1995 or whatnot.
a total jerk. The point being, their partnership doesn't click and work out well as buddies like her other partner.
It's not working out, and we get more.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, it's that guy. Yeah, he. We get more evolution on the racial tension by Potts being offered protection from the Muslim Brotherhood. If
Oh, the Candyman part. Is that
Yeah.
this episode?
yeah,
You get Tony Todd and Candymans as the Brotherhood representatives
yeah,
want to come up and make a deal with him for just protection in general.
yeah, protection in general, because the idea is that they're not going to look out for your interest either way, type thing. So
Yeah, they're not going to let that plot thread go.
no, and
Should you come to feel differently, please don't hesitate to contact us. Assalamu alaikum once again.
They're evolving the LaRusso.
In our
case.
jurors?
They're selecting the
Yeah,
jurors.
what was with that?
Uh,
He says, you don't get to be a juror because in the 20 seconds I've heard you talk, you seem to have Marxist leanings
yeah.
and exhibit classic liberal guilt.
Yeah.
Whatever the heck that was supposed to be.
However one-sided the jurors, selection process was.
You're biased as hell.
For impartiality, and, yeah. He basically wants his people in the jury, which politically makes sense, but...
How it works.
Yeah.
They explain a little bit of how it works. If it's by the book, or was at least procedure at the time.
Yes, yeah.
Each council gets 10, what they call them? Free choices or free selections?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It was a jury of...
So you're allowed to throw somebody out
Yeah.
for any old reason.
Any reason, yeah.
Apparently.
You can have a list of 10, but I only need one type thing.
Or does that only apply in like LA County? I don't know how that's all divided up between
I'm pretty sure it's not universal.
like state law or
Yeah.
specific
If
county law.
If you're going the state case, yeah, then it's a different thing. But yeah, that bar fight. This is the episode with the bar fight. That Detective Ruskin starts by throwing a punch.
We're all grown-ups. There's got to be a way for us to resolve our problem. There is.
And then it just devolves
Yes.
into Roadhouse from there.
You got your other racist man
Yeah, he's in there, and
trying to drop this lame knowledge on the kid guy. What's his name? Gaines?
Gaines, yeah.
Talking about now, if you know what's good for you,
Yeah.
you'll join a racist thing within the department of
Yeah.
purposely running this guy down just because he
Yeah.
testified.
That other,
Bar, it's your cop bar, your local police thing that they go to for a bar.
yeah. And
So more than one plot thread is furthered.
that song is,
Yes, he sings.
that song is pretty bluesy.
You're a real bright kid, so let me set you straight. You wanna get ahead, you'd better clean the slate. I say to each his own.
And then they cut straight over to, look, husband, man, let's smooth all this out.
Yeah.
We can be, what's it called? Co-workers without needing to do all this.
Yeah. And,
Gotta just make sure there's no problems. And then the guy goes, problem? Oh, there's a problem.
yeah.
And it's pretty awesome to see him in action.
Yeah, it is.
That dude doing a fight scene, pretty great stuff.
The last person you would expect to have action, but there it is. Yeah.
I can throw my weight around.
Yeah. We get more dialogue between Campo and Potts regarding Gaines and Potts, and talking about what they talk about with Potts saying like whenever you're around
not
me,
Potts.
yeah,
The one that isn't Mr. Potts.
yeah, that one.
Gaines, his new partner.
Yeah. Like, when you're
Oh,
around me.
yes, you're talking about yeah, why are you talking about Gladys Knight and the Pips every single time?
How come whenever you talk to me about music, you always talk about the Supremes and the Temptations and the Four Tops and Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye? How come you never talk to me about the Beatles?
I hate the Beatles.
We're doing this
He
again.
blames you. Yeah, he says, so help me if you mention either Michael Jackson or Eddie Murphy ever again.
Yeah.
And how does Gaines dismiss the allegation? He says, look,
Yeah.
I just say whatever's on my mind.
Yeah. And just so happens
That I'm obsessed with.
on his mind.
Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah.
What's her name? Gloria Gaynor.
George Clinton, like,
The
the new,
best lineup of the what's their names? Late 80s.
yeah.
Remember when the Lakers and Pistons won it?
Cool in the
The
Gang.
huge fan of Isaiah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always the Lakers, or always, some type of R&B, so.
And he concedes. He says, all right,
Yep, you're right. Yeah, that's fine.
You win.
But we're talking
Better than-
about it. And
Better than what we were talking about before. Hulk Hogan.
yeah.
What's your amnesty or your usury payments?
Yeah. The HOA.
The sod in your yard with your fence.
The latest HOA meeting on whether to abolish antennas from the top of your house or
Buying a minivan.
Yeah. So yeah. It's nice that got resolved in the fashion that it did.
And that's still in this Pots Don't Fail Me Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that conversation actually leads up to like a really cool car chase scene. Where like it's the most action.
Yes, with that 71, whatever that was, yeah.
Yeah. The most action you see since the beginning of the show. Because there's
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the next one.
Yeah.
Yes, what car chase is that? That's the gang.
This is the gang.
That's the kids that did the drive-by.
Yep. So yeah, they chase down this like mid 80s or late 80s
Yeah,
like
some
Lincoln.
great sequences of chasing in LA streets that
Yeah.
as soon as you see it, you're like, gosh, they had to shut that down. And they had to shut that down.
And yeah, which leads to one of the many awesome songs on here. When they're booking them at the station.
Yes, this is our what's it called? Life on the Streets.
Yeah. East Coast gangsta rap song.
Life on the Streets
from the West Coast.
Life in the hood ain't no piece of pie. Anybody can die when the bullets fly. Out on the streets in between selling rocks.
And it didn't sound lame like
No.
that other one that was very
Yeah.
sounded very, how shall we say, synthetic, very
Kind of.
made for television by this guy who was trying to come up with one.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one sounds more like a real rap thing.
It's real. And,
I like the mix, man.
Yeah. This song being called, I guess, "Life in the Hood is no piece of pie." Bullet, like everyone dies when the bullets fly.
Anyone dies.
That's
Anyone can die when the bullets fly. Something to that effect.
That is,
They don't say everyone dies.
well, not
They're
everyone.
defending their.
Yeah.
They're defending their
Oh yeah.
lifestyle choices on or behavior choices on
Yeah.
the harshness of the environment.
And
Because they were the ones that accidentally
yeah,
shot the kid on his bike.
yeah. Specifically, they earlier in the show they shoot a kid down. So
Because remember, there's a whole song for that.
yeah, there
Does
is.
that happen in this episode too? I
Yep.
believe so.
That's that "Look What They Done" song
Oh, okay.
that the mom
another,
sings.
Another real long thing about the
Yeah.
bad stuff in the community.
Yeah. And what other awesome song is in this? Oh yeah. Why can't a man be like a woman type thing? Be more like a
Oh,
woman.
it had a good riff
Whenever
and funny lyrics.
whenever the
Yeah,
officer
the guy
lady,
says, look, if you can't quit being partners with him, this marriage is doomed.
Yeah.
And he just walks off like that's their
the
great way to really work this out.
that's the thing. Yeah.
So then she's just, man.
yeah. I liked that song. Had a great rhythm
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. Great kineticism with the locker room. And yeah. A lot of good stuff in that episode. This is where most of the stuff that actually happens is in these. So yeah, going on to episode 9.
What do you miss manners?
Well, hey, if we're gonna be riding together.
If we're gonna be riding together, we ought to go.
Yeah.
What are their names? I thought that
Officer
was Ruskin.
Yes. So they actually have
The husband guy
yeah, Officer
wants her to trade partners.
Yeah, and the husband's they have 2 different last names for whatever reason.
Oh, she purposely kept her maiden name?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't remember her last name.
Detective, that would be Officer Quinn, the officer lady, that is married to Officer Ruskin. You know, formally puts in for
So, Mr. The Compo guy, or whatever
Yeah.
his name is switched out for whatever the other guy's name is.
Yep.
Where they don't get along well.
They don't get along either.
Because he's just a straight up sexist man.
And now, the former the Officer Gaines also gets a partner that is quite hilarious. Officer Gaines' new partner actually winds up being attracted to him, I think.
Oh, the blonde lady. Yes, she's awesome.
With
she's truly larger than life.
Yeah.
And pretty charismatic.
Yeah.
You first see her in a split second, you know what kind of character she'll be.
Yeah.
Officer Dorothy Petrovich, meet your new partner, Andy Campbell.
Officer Campo? Saw your picture in the newspaper. Medal of Valor?
Ah, yes.
It's an honor.
Thanks.
But, yeah.
Tough, kind of masculine.
A little bit.
Kind of Amazonian type.
Yeah. A real
take charge kind of gal.
Yeah.
That's his new partner.
Yep. And those antics are freaking hilarious. With the, I just want to bump and the whoop 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 song.
Yes. Yes, that song is hilarious.
Whoop whoop whoop.
I wanna go bumpty bumpty. I wanna go woozy woo woo woo. Gotta go bumpty bumpty. Bumpty bumpty with you. I wanna go bumpty.
When you're watching this show, watch that one shot of when she slams him down on the top of the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
And
that was phenomenal.
Break into song, because fighting makes her horny.
Yes.
Said. Remember, they're having to wrangle with these two guys that are fighting in a KFC,
and
she's like, "Whew, you know, a tussle really turns me on." And then you launch into that song. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that song is amazing. And this is also the episode where the mayor and the police chief further their romance along even more.
Oh, yes, what's with our commissioner man and the mayor?
The mayor wants to buy him this really awesome gift for
he gets in trouble, or has he not done that at all yet? Surely he's had one incident of those.
Yes, I think so, actually. Yeah,
he says politically incorrect remarks.
Yeah, this is whenever he starts
about
publicly
like
saying
rich left-wingers and something else.
Yeah, and as a way for the mayor lady to say, "Look, I kind of support what you're doing, and I also really like you."
And it's his 52nd birthday.
That too. She gets him this badass saddle.
Oh, it was the greatest Western saddle I'd ever seen. Yes, this is our cowboy guy.
The public affairs guy recommends, I think.
So, in your plot,
so
she gets,
but yeah, it's
the most grandiose.
It's a badass, John
and glorious, cowboy thing I've ever seen.
John Wayne would be proud, and it's pretty awesome, and that furthers their relationship even further. This is the episode that has "For the Record" on it.
Cameras are rolling, so bare your soul for the record. I hold a tight deadline. Say what's on your mind for the record.
Well, it's this rando. It's just a guy in the audience.
Yes,
who's pissed off. He stands up and goes, "This is completely racist. This man is a straight up racist, and these are the lawyers that are paid to lie for him."
Yeah.
Then they go to the call recess, go outside, and do an awesome number about the media reporters, and press people getting in your face
for the record
to get a story.
Yeah.
With their microphones.
State your case for the record. Yeah, that's a great song. And
again, they move around.
Yes.
It's this room with about 30 people in it. And if I remember,
everybody's
the camera people were standing there, and then the two of them were standing there, but all the actual reporters are just going around in a circle.
It's a circle. Even the people recording the shot, they're in with the crowd.
Oh, I thought the cameramen weren't. They were?
Sometimes they were, and sometimes they weren't.
Well, good for them. Anyway, there's a whole crowd of
dramatic your dramatic.
Your news media employees that are going in a circle around him like one of those ring around a posy things.
Speaking of elaborate productions, this is also the episode that kicks off with that dramatic song about how cops are the real heroes for the entire town. Where
the medal ceremony?
Yeah. Where it's like
the thing where they're giving the people the Medal of Honor?
Yep, that's the one. So, yeah, if you're a cop, if you're a hero to somebody, then you're a hero to the entire town, and likewise, and it was all very ceremonial.
Yeah, they had the guy in a wheelchair. There was 8 or 10 people that were being honored.
The
and our redhead girl, Quinn, or whatever her name is, the one, because remember she was shot in the leg.
Yep.
That recovered quite well.
In the line.
By the way. Remember, you don't know how many days it took, but boy, when she came back, there was not a trace of a limp.
We forgot
after being having been shot in the leg.
Yeah, she's hopping along quite fine. And the other awesome song in this episode, the "Quit Your Bitchin'" song.
Oh,
when the commissioner,
the captain gets to sing again.
The captain. When the captain complains about the atrocity of his crew.
The 2 guys asking to trade shifts for 2 days. When it wasn't even bitching.
If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen for the last time. Quit your bitches. I heard it all before. Yeah. Quit your bitching.
No. It was,
there's another one of these that's pretty well nuanced between right and wrong and who's the good guy.
Yeah, the people...
is because what set him off was in conjunction with a frustrating moment where he was at a copy machine.
Yeah, the
and
copy machine.
Banged his hand on a thing while he was taking out a jam.
Yeah.
So he gets mad and then goes, "Quit your bitching." But these fellas were just trying to say, "Can we work the night shift for 2 days in place of Marmoni and Scampanelli?"
It's not even time off, it's a time offset, you know? Like, they're working the same amount of time, just...
They weren't complaining at all.
But
he launches into "Quit your bitching." Remember the shot of the old guy who agrees with him?
You could use that for...
complaining fellow police employees that just complain.
Yeah, you can use that shot for a lot of stuff.
I agree with you, Captain.
Episode 10, we're getting that scary yet awesome dream sequence of...
the cowboy guy had made various non-PC remarks on camera.
Yeah, and...
when the press was hounding him, and some of it apparently construed as racist.
Yeah. And they were wanting to literally string him up in...
He has a dream about it.
In the nightmare, yeah.
And you get a great number there.
Yeah. So,
did he already do his thing where he tried to go downtown for something and they said, "Get on out of here"?
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
That was part of what that was.
Yeah. So...
I am as committed to the well-being of this community, sir, as you are. I am here to stay. Get me out of here.
And then he's like, to our non-Bernie. That was who?
Vondi?
I forgot his name. Yeah, it was Vondi Martin Hall?
Yeah.
Or Vondi something.
Yeah. His first name was Vondi, so that's good.
Well, didn't he have a nickname? I thought the commissioner called him some kind of funny nickname like Cheeks or something.
There was. Yeah,
but when you actually look it up, it says...
like Dizzy...
Commander Warren Osborne.
Yeah, that's his official name, but I think he had a nickname of like Dizzy or Cheek.
Or non-Bernie. The guy where it was Bernie or Ernie Hudson.
It was Ernie Hudson for the first
in the pilot.
Yeah. The cowboy man had like just straight up told him, like, I had a nightmare where...
Oh, I mean, what happens when he wakes up? You ham up... Well, at least it's within his character.
It is, yeah.
He's known for...
It's not out of character.
Not having...
yeah.
Cultural sensitivity.
Yeah, there's no political...
anybody in later generations.
No correct... Like, yeah, he just spits it out straight and that's...
That he represents old... Yeah.
Yeah. This is the episode where LaRusso's lawyer does basically the hardest work of defending him and all the rest of the show. During the trial, the lawyer sets up this elaborate practical demonstration about how somebody that is handcuffed can have quick access to a auto, and that somehow justifies LaRusso's actions. Because it's the whole, well, if I didn't shoot him, then he would shoot me angle type thing that he was arguing for, if I remember right. So, but yeah, I thought that was a pretty elaborate setup for a trial, but it's, again, a nuanced, high-level trial.
I want both of you to go for your weapons whenever you're ready. Your witness, Ms. Phelan.
Yeah, just because you're handcuffed doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah, you can still reach for a gun.
Get a gun was his angle.
Yeah, and this is also the episode where Detective Ruskin and the female officer Quinn start their marriage counseling. So,
well, it doesn't last long.
No, it doesn't.
I think it's just that one scene.
It's
where
just
he's like,
the one. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah. She said what he wanted to hear, and then he's like, "Yep, I'm gone. I'm out. Why don't we separate?" type thing. But yeah, the LaRusso during the trial they celebrate LaRusso's birthday party with a pretty funny.
Yeah, another guy having birthdays.
Strip show
in the show.
And
yeah, they hire a stripper wearing a police uniform for comic effect.
And
except the song is what's within his mind.
Yes.
In his frustrations of
everything
he's going through.
You're watching this rather hot lady up here on the table.
Yeah, she walks on the freaking kitchen or dining table.
He's just all, man, I just wish I could be a cop again.
These vultures are bleeding me dry.
It's too hot in the spotlight. I got no use for fame. And everybody tells me I'm gonna be a household name.
Because I know that's what I would think about when this is happening. Like, if I was in that situation, that's exactly what I would do. I'd be like, man, I just want to be a cop again.
It was a rollicking party.
Yeah. But, yeah.
And then what else? We're wrapping it up.
Yes.
Or wait, no, I take that back. This involves, it's kind of interesting with your whole saga of the show being canceled. There are some new arcs as the first ones kind of wrap up.
Yeah.
They introduce new ones like they thought the show was going to go on.
Yeah. This is when they start doing that.
It's a serial rapist. Whether or not you have to beep that out, I think you do.
Yeah.
A campus criminal man who stalks and violates college girls.
Yes. Yeah. And
so there's been enough cases or enough. He's struck enough times that they do a pretty all-in.
There's a big operation.
Sting bust for him.
Involving
with a variety of lady police officers that are willing to
pose as
do a sting. Yeah.
Yeah. So and they of course kick that off in cop rock fashion with a rather awesome song about how the ladies have to psych themselves, or about how they have the capacity to seduce the man.
Was that originally for a prostitution sting?
Yes.
Was that the group that was pretending to be hookers?
Yes. That's
okay. So it's two different things.
Yeah.
But it's the second to last episode.
One feeds into the other.
So they have the thing with the prostitution bust
where they can,
but then they also have the thing with the
the ill.
What's it called? Going after the campus stalker.
The campus stalker. Yeah. So. They have the unique ability in the LAPD to instantly change a classroom into anything. First, it was like way back, episodes 7, 8, where it was like a piano bar, but now it's a
dance
bar. It's a lounge.
Yeah, it turns into a bar again.
Yeah, so and it's instant.
So yeah, they're not both about
do it like
but
this.
That is the other little bit of cool time with your Ron Howard fleet.
The Ron Howard fleet, yeah.
Vice Task Force commences at 2100 hours. We have 8 female undercovers: Ventresca, Driscoll, Voland, Enriquez, Schneider, Berg, White, and Wolf.
Sorry, I'm late.
You get a line or two from him during
that he's involved with that, and then
during that.
The funny thing of the what was it? I'm gonna have to cite you for not having your catalytic converter.
Something about a muffler. yeah, for exposing your muffler. I think that's what the literal citation is. Yeah.
And a flea.
They declare him not guilty. It was part of there was an ornate.
The verdict is in the second to last episode.
Yes.
Okay.
It was an ornate. Sequence.
Oh yeah, they had a great number. That lady's voice was awesome. She sang like Aretha Franklin for a while.
Yeah.
It's a disagreement between, and let's point out also that this is where you see the Black Vulcan guy.
Yes.
Who was later on, I believe, Star Trek Voyager.
Star Trek Voyager, yeah. Yeah.
Because they're disagreeing. It's the jurors.
Yep. They're in there. They're
kind of in the middle of a mistrial,
deliberating,
trying to agree. How they do that?
Yeah. The jury's in deliberation,
and she.
It's a great number.
Yeah, she does this great song.
Yeah, it's a great production. But yeah.
But he ends up being acquitted.
He acquitted of all charges.
All right then.
And that's how they end that episode. With him being acquitted.
I remember they did kind of decide on portraying him as a Lethal Weapon and Mel Gibson type cop, where it's a flawed man who has a heart of gold.
He wants to do good. Yeah, and that takes us to the 11th and final episode, where the stalker. It's the main plot thread of this, starting off, is the stalker being identified on a certain college campus. So they now have a case.
Oh, yes.
So,
they go to his house, don't they? They know where to go to catch him or something?
They know where to go to catch him. He's got an auto shop, I think.
On the pretext of, it's a warrant for finding some kind of stolen goods.
Shut your mouth.
You shut it for me.
Stillman, back off.
What? May I have like a gas attack or something?
Go give Quinn a hand.
Yeah. And they search his property, including property that they're not supposed to search.
You get another botched job.
Yeah, like
the season almost starts over with that.
Can you believe that?
White-handled straight razor. Here she be.
You two find this upstairs?
Absolutely.
No, sir. Officer Stillman found it in the house.
We could have found it upstairs, sir, if you follow my meaning. Hell, we could find it right here, right now, in plain view.
You went in the house?
So what?
The house is 2347. Your warrant's 2347 and a half. You guys are outside your warrant.
Get him the hell out of here.
They
and a little more time with your Ron Howard Flea.
Yeah, he does actual detective work in this. It's good.
Quinn's the girl's new partner.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep. And
who botches it on a evidence technicality for your for the address that your warrant applies to.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to search that part of the property. So, and being that ethics are of high value, they actually they said we got to let him go. We can't get him on this. So that plot evolves through the episode into Officer Gaines and his partner actually pulling him over in the bitchin'.
Now that is a cop show sequence
70s
that I almost forgot it was Cop Rock.
Yeah, like it's actually like well in depth and
they purposely there's a discussion with a lawyer who says, "Yeah, I want to bust him too, but we can't use that evidence.
Yeah,
nothing would stick in court." So then, from what little they have to use, they hatch the plan.
Yeah,
where those two, Gaines and him,
and they antagonize him,
run the risk of and do this purposely fake thing of, oh, well, one taillight is a slightly different color. You got a wrong tire tread and this. And
yeah,
you have a half-eaten donut in your car.
Yeah, and then to
purposely bring him in on completely bogus stuff.
Only now.
So then they say, no, let him go. Get him. Go to him. Escort him the heck out of here through the of course main hallway.
Yeah. Where
that's right when one of the victims was
there
arranged to be being interviewed by a lady police officer on the what's it called? You flip through the identification books.
Yeah.
And of course he's coming in. That's him! And she runs up and tries to scratch his face or something.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's actually good police work.
And a great TV moment.
Yeah. Phenomenal. So that's
him!
Yeah, it was clever, it was well orchestrated, it was,
you got your perp!
Yeah.
You got the guy in a way that will work in court.
Yeah. So, also in this episode, Officer LaRusso is let back into the force.
Yeah, he had been acquitted, and this is our little bit of further drama involving him being back to hopefully try to convince Potts that he's can still be buddies and partners and a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those.
So take a wild guess how Potts feels about that.
Yeah. But there had to be some sweet talking from the old county commissioner guy to the police captain. It's like I'll owe you the biggest, or I think the captain owed him a favor. So
there was something to the effect of,
so if you
I can assure you I'll be prepared to be most grateful.
Yeah. So the favor was get LaRusso in, and the captain can be the biggest douche to LaRusso as humanly possible. That's basically what it boils down to. Like I can do anything to him that I want.
And then was there anything else involving? Did we miss what other songs? Was there anything else involving the?
There was
misunderstood couples.
I think there was.
They don't sing. He doesn't sing with the lawyer girl.
No.
Actually, does she ever even sing?
I think her.
She just hired to be hot.
Yeah.
She agrees to have a kid.
Yeah.
If he goes to prison, they were going to purposely have a kid together for him to have something to come out to, or
a charge.
Continue to care about while in prison type.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those.
That didn't involve a song, though. What else are we missing?
At the
end of
the mayor's.
Potts is mad. Oh, yes.
The mayor's campaign.
There's a thing where the mayor goes on TV and says, well, it's all right.
Yeah, she cares about the elderly people in her constituency. So.
There's something involving pension and your Social Security.
Yeah.
And your old folks' homes.
The old folks actors union thing that's hilarious, where they bitch about the breaks.
See, this is why we should have flown up to Vancouver and done it all non-union.
But you didn't, and that's why I'm asking for a penalty for breakfast.
What happened at breakfast?
You were too cheap to hire any stand-ins, so the electricians were working with us. That's what happened. And the 89 contract says we get 15 minutes for breakfast with no other activities.
Folks!
And the fact that they...
Yeah, since it's L.A., there's an elderly subsection of... SAG?
Yeah.
Okay, so she stands with them.
And the main part of that, though, is the song I Clean It Up, where she's talking about just cleaning up the streets of LA to
Oh, was that what she was talking about?
To the old people, and it's actually a part of the campaign. No,
Well, it's all right. I don't remember specifically. I remember something about she's in town with these cameras doing a speech.
Yeah.
And
That's-
then they do like...
That's what it is, yeah. It's a big number that is actually canon.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it lasted all of 1 minute.
Well, it's a big number for a minute. But yeah, you don't have to argue whether it's part of the canon or not, because...
Oh, is it like the girl singing about the cop? It's an actual part of the show
It's
where
an
people are
actual
doing
part of-
music?
Yeah.
Good.
So, they wrap it in, and then, they
Yeah,
wrap
what
it
else
up.
happens?
They-
Does it end with, is it just that last thing in the locker room with Potts and LaRusso?
I think it is, yeah.
Because he, of course, comes up and says, look, we can put the past behind us.
Yeah.
Be buddies again, or partners again. What do you say?
Yeah.
We can be buddies. And he, of course, goes through.
Yeah, and Potts is
Why
like...
do you think I would ever?
Yeah, it's looking like Potts is wanting to quit, but...
Yes, was he cleaning out his locker right then? What was that?
Like...
It definitely looked like he was taking all of his stuff out of his locker. And does what? What does that end with? It's okay, you don't have to come to a decision right now.
Yeah.
But I'll be waiting for you to say yes.
Yeah. And then it fades to black.
He punches the crap out of it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great episode ending.
Yeah.
If it wouldn't have been the series finale.
Yeah.
So you've forgiven me?
That's right. Now just think about it. You don't have to give me an answer right away.
There's your answer.
Yeah. That led to this conjecture.
Yes.
Correct? It sure does seem like the new arcs that they tried to introduce with them and this was getting ready for a new season.
Yeah.
It sure did seem like that.
It felt like that, yes.
This was not just to wrap the show up as a series finale.
No.
So I think they got that news or the bigwigs
'cause
made that decision.
It fades to black shortly
Pretty
after
abruptly, because Potts punches LaRusso.
Yeah.
Walks out of the locker room, and the last shot you get is LaRusso, slightly disheveled, just going.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
in dismay as he watches Potts leave.
What would be a setup for the next season?
And what does it do? You break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
It's actors.
Yes.
And what do they say? It's the commissioner and Vondi, Martin Hall, lounging in like the set of The Office or something.
Yeah. Yeah, what do they say?
And says, man, how about us getting canceled or something? Too bad about us getting canceled, boy.
I can't believe they cancel us.
Right. And then, I was only in one song. Well, technically you were in two. No, that was somebody else's song. Yeah, but I was only in one.
So, it's like they had the ball dropped out of it the very last second.
Don't you think? It
be
seemed like that whole episode was what do you call it, in the can. They were finished with.
They were
episode 11.
Yeah, there may have been.
Then we're told.
Yeah, you're getting canceled, guys. This is the last season. Yeah.
So the actual finale portion is just that last number.
The last number where
they set it up with the two of them lounging.
Everybody's
and being like, boy, sure is a shame we got canceled.
Yeah. And then
everybody comes in and says,
we got canceled! And yeah, how great
something about,
how great.
Well, it just ain't over till a fat lady sings.
Yeah.
And you get a literal big old lady on a swing with the,
she's swinging over the
Viking, or some kind of big blonde wig.
Yeah.
I thought she was dressed like the opera, but it's not. She's on a swing.
Over the stage. Whenever they pan up to her, you can see the stage lights.
Effective.
Everything.
Thanks for the memories.
Yeah. And
this, bye-bye, my baby, bye-bye, my friend. Because they trade lines. Yeah. They all walk in. There's about 4 mics. They share a microphone and trade each line. Talking about,
this is...
Well, we opened all these doors. And we're gonna keep soldiering on.
Yeah. We're gonna get new acting gigs.
Someday, some way, we're gonna carry on.
Yeah. That's funny to think about, though, because you're working on a show. The guy comes in the 11th hour and says, yeah, you guys are done, while working on the show.
Whether or not, didn't we also conjecture that they might have gotten backlash from police,
actual police,
and anybody else who wants to vocally support police.
Those last 3 or 4
and
episodes,
say something like, "Man, you are making us look like freaking idiots."
Yeah. If it was on one day a week over,
in your show, all we ever do is botch jobs.
Yeah. That goes back to the first episode.
Relationship and sex antics.
Yeah.
Punch each other out at bars.
You're making us look bad, man. You need to stop. Yeah. Yeah.
Whether or not, whatever the reason, I thought I had read that it got pretty good ratings.
I think it did.
It wasn't canceled because of nobody watching it. It was reasonably popular as a show.
Yeah, like
high budget.
It's not LA Law or anything.
Botchko.
But yeah, it's
primetime and network usage.
It's NBC during
early. It was ABC, but yeah, it was Prime Network. Yeah.
Yeah, network TV.
So anyway, you get one last number where they say this and goodbye, my friend. Thanks for the memories. We'll be seeing you in the end. Something we had a lot of fun the whole time.
Yeah.
What was the funny line about the budget? You all might not have known that it. I forgot how it rhymed, but it was our.
There are some people I know who will appreciate that our show almost cost much as Heaven's Gate. Woo!
Budget was almost as high as Heaven's Gate.
Yeah.
Which is a notoriously over-budget Western flop.
Yeah. So
from the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. What a way to end the season.
They let them know. They sounded off. Whoever wrote that song expressed themselves on how kind of unfair the abruptness was. Because remember what the commissioner says? We'll rest assured in the knowledge that justice is served here at we have equal justice here at ABC.
Yeah. Very tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I think they kind of grumbled about being canceled.
Yeah, kind of grumbled
to their butthole superiors that abruptly canceled them.
Kind of grumbled. Yeah. So
in the lyrics.
Yeah. All in all, that was a great show. Like I
love Cop Rock.
I can probably watch that about 3 or 4.
Yeah, times. I could definitely go through. If it's the only thing on,
we're putting
somehow, and that's all there is to watch that night, then I can definitely do it.
Yeah.
They drive that cool whatever that yellow muscle car was.
Yeah, that was all right. There was a Fiero in an earlier
you get to see the Cybernator thing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, lots of cool cars, great music.
There's the greatest cowboy saddle I've ever seen.
Yeah. The most charismatic commissioner, police chief, man, Western guy.
Plenty of recognizable people. You know him from TV.
Yeah.
Crazy that Ernie is in one episode. It's cool to see Black Spock back before he had gotten any other major work.
I recognized Peter basically immediately, the Officer LaRusso man from other movies. So yeah, it's good to see. It's one of those like you would watch it with your movie buddies to see who they would recognize type thing. But yeah, you can easily pick up the DVD box set online for like cheap. If
it's only a 3-disc set. There's only 11 episodes of this whole show.
Yeah.
So you have to savor what you get.
Be prepared, though. Each episode is like 45 minutes long.
In your dismay. Well, yeah, it's an hour-long show.
Yeah, it's during the height of that thing.
From TV of hour-long episodes. And bemoan the fact that they didn't either follow through with a whole full-length one season, because I thought seasons were longer than that.
They should have been.
I still don't quite understand the whole seasons of TV thing. And how it was, because still, even back then, it seemed like there were different
Yeah, like
different amounts of episodes. A season wouldn't last a certain set number of.
Yeah.
But this had 11 ones for you to use.
Yeah.
And still, if you don't want to go through every one and get the nuances of the plot, just the fact of what the show is,
yes,
still blows my mind.
Yeah. A cop drama.
How the heck is this even
opera? Yeah. Even during the insanity
the numbers,
of the
how seriously it was hyped on the commercials for it. Remember, they would have a commercial for upcoming new show.
Yeah.
Coming soon into Friday night of ABC.
Yeah.
A gritty something about this.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they were. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
It was this, and then they would show a quick shot of them doing a song. You're like, Mommy, what the heck is going on? They were dead serious with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't.
Which, in the little bit of heat and the parts of the in here, you can show get the sense of humor,
Right.
especially the very end.
Yeah.
The meta part at the end.
Yeah.
Where they come out as their real selves and sing a song about cop rock being what it is and then being canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
very fantastic, enjoyable.
Television gold, man.
Yeah.
As I say, we're kind of biased, or I am, because 1990 has enough irony / nostalgia value to me.
There's a lot there. Yeah.
Of your fashions and stuff of 1990.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a kick out of it anyway. But yeah, the fact that it was a musical cop show.
Yeah.
Makes it
unique.
Freaking hell of a nuts. I love this.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they finally put it out.
Yes.
When did it? 1997. That's not right.
That can't be right. No. I remember the credits saying like 95 or something.
Program content. No, not when it was on TV. That's 1990.
Oh, okay.
We know that. Did they put it on VHS?
Maybe. Maybe it's one of those collector's item VHSs.
Shout Factory. Blah, blah. Grammy is a registered trademark of National Academy.
Wouldn't that have been like 2016, I think? That
Dolby Laboratories Licensing Corporation.
The DVD?
Yeah, I would assume it'd be sometime around 2012 or something.
Yeah.
In recent...
yeah.
The past 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, that's
when they finally put that out.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was ever rerun as a... Know what I mean? On a TBS or a TNN.
No cable reruns.
Or something.
So, yeah, and it was never rerun on network TV. Otherwise it would...
Wouldn't be so embarrassed by.
No.
I mean, it'd be interesting to hear how they felt over later years. And,
yeah.
And nowadays, if they've finally gone back to not being embarrassed about it nowadays.
Yeah. Makes you wonder.
But they sang that goodbye song.
They did.
And they said, by golly, we... technically did some television pioneering with this damn what it is.
Yeah.
There was never a cop rock before this, so we opened some doors.
Blazing new trails and yeah. Yeah, it was a...
And we had a fun time doing it.
Yeah.
We had a high budget, so a good time was had by all.
Yeah.
And that involved Ron Howard Flea,
Peter and Ernie and them, yeah. So, yeah. And that very last shot, whenever they pan across the entire stage like they did with, like, the last Will Smith or Fresh Prince episode, was icing on the cake. It showed literally everybody that was involved in the production. That was nice.
Oh, with your crew? Yeah, that's good.
The crew was huge, so. But yeah, good time had by all, and again, I'll watch it again.
It's kind of a shame there's not more you can just briefly watch on YouTube. They should include a couple more of the songs and not have them taken down.
Yeah, they should.
When I last looked, when I was first trying to watch it again, all you could get was just a couple.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Songs on there.
Yep. They should, yeah. They should just go ahead.
Well, I don't want to say go out and buy the physical media every time.
They should just go ahead and let people post the episodes.
If you remember 1990 or are the least bit interested in 1990,
give it a
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
Superb.
Yep.
Look at the mayor.
Yeah.
And it don't need no humble pie.